Hello and welcome. My name is Mr. Isaac Daisy. You are currently watching my playthrough of Stay. This is the third episode. Um, I'd like to address something real fast. As you've probably already watched, the previous episodes, this episode, and most likely the next few episodes are going to look not the best. Basically stating, I'm really new at recording, obviously. Um, my issue currently is my knowledge over the whole recording setup and deals, and I've got the equipment to record really high end videos. It's just I don't know how to actually do that yet. Still working through all the bugs and all the setting preferences and stuff and technical garbage. Anyway, other than that, just basically bear with me until I get all that set up. Um, for now,
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
I can't cut that out. Either way, ignore her. We ended on chapter 9. Well, we ended technically chapter 9, starting on chapter 10. I found out that as long as I keep the game open and don't hit this X, the times stop, I'm pretty sure. But either way, let's get into it. Let's see where our man Quinn currently is in chapter 10. The controverse. I think it's conservatorium, is what it was. You just try shooting a gun? Oh, an Anubis statue. Pretty sure that's Anubis. Oh no, it just set up that I'm playing for 9 hours and 54 minutes. Hey, Isaac, are you there? Just made 2 major discoveries. That might be, or that, sorry. Anubis, half man, half jackal, god of embalming, ruler of the underworld, the guardian of the scales that measure the hearth of the earth, or the hearth of death, to see if it was worthy enough to live an eternal life. Okay. That my big threat was an upsetting real-life-size statue of some Egyptian god, and that the weapon has no bullets. How do I know, you may ask? Well, let me tell you one thing. I wasn't so hesitant to shoot a stranger as I thought I would be, which is a bit disturbing to say the least. Man, this half-man, half-dog creature is really creepy. I think you should check it out. No wonder it ended up covered in a forgotten corner of the attic. And that's not all. It holds a tray and there's something written on it. How does it feel, or what's the message? How does it feel to shoot at someone? Or what's the message from that thing? Let's do that. Hey, we're bonding. We're now acquaintances. It says you're doomed and will be turned into a mummy real soon. Kidding, it says something like, in order to go up, you must go down first. Great. Helpful as usual. Thought, maybe he has to go, like, further down into whatever complex he is in order to get out? So basically it says I'm fucked. I have a locked box and a warning to keep digging the dirt downstairs. I'm probably going in circles here. Someone having a real blast watching me trying to give meaning to all this nonsense. So much junk and nothing worthwhile or meaningful. Story of my life. If you're in the attic, you must be close to the roof. Search for another way out. Go down. I think it's telling you that if you want to open that box, you must go down again. Forgot about the box, right? This box. That's a good assumption. But what can I find inside this box? Bullets. That is worthy of all of this trouble? Oh, forget what I just said, not bullets. He might shoot himself. What if it's a distraction and my real chance of escaping is from here? Attics are the forgotten place in all the houses where things come to die. I didn't get to read that last one. Ooh, flashlight. Oh, now I can recheck that the darker rooms downstairs. And it looks like there's a box there. Oh, a small door. There has to be something else here. Here. You see? Sometimes my instincts work, or my instinct works too. Searching through all this junk, I found a torch. A flashlight, which is really cool that he said torch. Switching on the torch light, or the light pointed directly to a small entrance or exit. A little door almost hidden behind all of these boxes. Wrong way. You must go down. Cool, open it. Or that he's got to go down on all fours, or lower than normal, maybe? I think we should open it. It might just be a dumbwaiter, and then... Oh, it might be a dumbwaiter. Dumbwaiter? I think I'm saying it right. The thing that you can throw laundry down? An entrance to somewhere else doesn't always mean a good thing. At least, not in this house. But I gotta say, it could be worse, right? Because I could be... Wait, because I could be that by now. But I have you to keep something, 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 something. And I see that it's a shaft. Do you see it's a shaft? I see it's a shaft. Why would you put the torch away? No, pull the torch back out. Jeez, you can't even see anything. Oh, that's crazy. Goodness gracious me. I just found the most amazing greenhouse full of plants and flowers. It's a bit neglected, I gotta say. It has this sort of something. I wonder if we can find food there, because I know he's hungry. He's gotta be hungry. He's been in there for a while. Venus flytrap and something else. It has this sort of creepy mildew, and most of the plants are all dried up, curled, and brown. But I gotta say, it just lifted my spirits a bit. It's a glass house with a wooden structure, and it's bathed in moonlight. Beautiful. But surprisingly, there are few alive, and well, like they were recently watered and groomed. One is definitely carnivorous plant. It's got flies stuck to it, Venus flytrap, and the other one looks like a petunia. There are some willows. I don't know how to say that one. And others that I don't have the slightest idea of what they're called. There's something attached to the carnivorous plant and to the petunia. Carnivorous plant is a trap itself for flies and for you. Don't touch it and check out the petunia. Check out the carnivorous plant. The other one must be a trap because it couldn't be alive if all others are half dead. Carnivorous plant has a reason to stay alive. Bugs. I'm gonna go with the carnivorous plant. That sounds more sound logic-wise. I feel like Rick Moranis. Carnivorous plant, owner of an exotic appearance, strange, almost extraterrestrial. They catch their food by launching hypnotic scents. If not fed, they will ingest themselves. Irresistible and dramatic. Never mind, depending on your age. You don't have the slightest idea who I'm talking about. You're right, I don't. You just move the table. Almost up one more level. From acquaintance to something else. I'm going out. Wait, I can feel fresh air. Oh no. Oh, the window. Like, feel fresh air in my legs after what seemed like ages. I'm going out. I'm not even asking if I should. Sorry. This is amazing. I'm on the roof under the most beautiful sky. I'm going on, but I can't see much. It's too dark. Don't look back. Turn back. I don't like it. It seems too easy. Turn back. Go ahead. Don't look back. There must be some emergency stairs that will get you out of that place. You're almost free. There's that much left. Like, we are right here. I feel if we don't look back, we're just gonna straight up die right now. I'm gonna say turn back. It breaks my heart, but I have to agree on that call. I can't see shit, as usual, and I could be heading off the edge of a damn cliff. And I wouldn't even notice it. Don't you have a torch, though? Just perhaps in the middle of the trip down, I'm heading back and I'm following that dog head orders. I'm going down. I'll talk to you again once I'm something. This is really fascinating to actually be able to watch him do this. Oh. What? There was a slide literally down. What on earth is that on the wall? Is that supposed to be a peacock? Wrong way. Cool. Open it. 77% of users, including you, like things the easy way. If a door's open, it's your door. Yeah. Chapter 11. Muralus? I think I'm saying that right. Oh. Flashback, dreams, contemplation. Was he thinking about traveling and just never did it? Hey, stranger. Do you copy? Yes, I do. It seems I'm about to discover the catacombs of this place. And from what I see, or was able to see, it's a pretty daunting task. I saw a peacock. I'm pretty sure I saw a peacock. But here I am, following orders from an inanimate object and pretty flowers, to go down and gather elements that will help me open the little box I found. Which can contain something as useful as someone's first cut curl or a secret sex tape. Anyway, gotta look on the opaque side of life and grab onto the little hope I still have of finding something that will tip the scales in my favor. And time is of the essence here. Hope to hear from you again. I was right, it is a peacock. Is it fake? Is it real? Oh. Oh no. I don't like this. You guys know I'm not good at puzzles. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry for all of you now that I've now fast forwarded through this. I've literally had to, I regretfully have to say this, look up a walkthrough and then sit there for a very long time trying to figure it out. I've literally wasted like the past 45 minutes just digging around with this. I've become very tired. So, let's just get on with this. I'm Spent way too long on that, man. Way too long. I don't understand the hints. I don't know why you're supposed to make an eyeball. I don't understand. Royal peacock. In Greco-Roman mythology, the peacock symbolized the vault of heaven and the eyes of the stars. In Hinduism, it represents benevolence, patience, kindness, compassion, and good luck. In Asian spirituality, it is an emblem of love, compassionate watchfulness, goodwill, nurturing, and kind-heartedness. In Babylonia and Persia, it is seen as guardian to royalty. In Christianity, represents a passive vigilance, resurrection, and renewal and immortality. In Stay, it looks like the companion of Humpty Dumpty. Very tired. Feather. For Native Americans, it represents ascension and spiritual evolution, being worn by chiefs to symbolize their communications with spirit, and as a Celtic symbol, meaning the feather was worn by druids in the form of ornate feathered robes to invoke the sky gods. The Egyptian believed the same. In Christianity, feathers represented virtues. What's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of lead? They're the same, because they're both 1 pound. Just gonna scroll back up and read through this. Where did they leave off? Go down and gather elements. Knocks I found anyway. Findings with tip to scales my favor, and the time is not necessary. Hope to hear from you again. Are you still there? It's about bad hombre speaking. Sorry, oh, even further down. I'll catch us up in a sec. A kitchen. Might find food. Interlude. Leave at your own risk. Well, I think he's stuck down there now. Let's poke at the ground. Firmly poke. Jab it. Just thrust your index finger. Is everything just made of a dirt floor down here? I enjoy that the Firefly has persisted to follow him. He must stink very bad. Very bad. I decided just now that we're going to pretend as if we read all of that. I know I could skim through it. If you are interested in reading everything he has to say, you can just pause the video and read through it on your own. But after that puzzle, I don't quite care enough of what Quinn said. And I'll just pick up where he picks up next. Interludes are not fun. They just leave us sitting here for a while. Typically they don't force us to sit here for a very long time, but it seems like a very long one this time through. My other question. How is that cat getting places? Did he jump down? It's a pretty far way to jump. Chapter 12. Jeez. I seem to have reached the heart of this place. In other words, the kitchen. Still acquaintances. Oh, does he trust me now? Yes. Although, this one looks more like Hell's Kitchen, not the TV show with that blonde bloke who says fuck every 2 seconds. That's great. You know, the blonde bloke. You know, looking around. There's nothing but havoc and destruction here. This way. Rotten cabinets, the refrigerator from Requiem for a Dream, and a table with some hybrid game that crosses chest with the Jumanji. Sorry about all those movie references, it's easier than describing it actually, I'm lazy. And I just stepped on what I hope is a puddle of water, barefoot. Maybe it's blood, can't tell because, you know, this place has the light of an opium house. However, I've gone from being restricted to a single room to being able to access several areas of what appears to be an abandoned house. Any idea about the owner of this house? After everything you've experienced and seen, do you have any idea who the owner might be? I don't want to alarm you, but given the state of that kitchen, we could potentially be facing someone extremely violent. Look for some weapon like the kitchen knives or something. Well, from the state that I've seen so far for this house, we've broken a wall. There's a slide in it, a stairway, crawl space leading to a greenhouse, and a worn down kitchen. Destroyed kitchen. Do we need knives? Or do we need to think about the owner? Let's go with the owner idea. Hey, we're up here. We're his peer. None so far. I'm still thinking about my former patients. Why? I have one who's really complicated. Almost killed a friend over an absurd discussion. He was an exceptionally bright man. But one of those people with only pontificates? I can't read that word, and never discusses. If it's him, I'm doomed, but nothing like checking someone's drawers to get to know all of his dirty secrets. Let's see, an old rusty knife, a silicone spatula. Wait a minute while I search for one of those. Word. Jeez, I'm starting to feel quite run down actually. Every time I look at that fridge, my stomach churns. I feel weak, my legs are shaky. His knees are weak too. His arms are heavy. My feet dripping in sweat. Really, need some fuel. I always figured being under extreme stress would initiate my appetite, but my body seems to work the other way around. Check the fridge, search for food, or find an exit. Search for food. If he can find food, then he won't die of starvation. Thanks for being empathetic. When I'm hungry, I can't focus. Besides, and in my own defense, conducting a search for something in particular might reveal itself fruitful in other domains. True. Such as getaway discoveries, traps, self-defense weapons, and of course, snacks. So, 2 birds, 1 stone, as they say. Cool. Where's the fridge? Why was the fridge the only answer? Check the cupboards first, because the fridge is going to have spoiled stuff. Go to the cupboards where there's, like, preserved stuff. Obviously. Come on, man. I'm not so sure if that's a wise decision. I just took a close look at the fridge. And although it's plugged in, it doesn't mean that whatever is in there is fresh. Just stated this isn't past expiration and everything growing gross, little colonies. It could all be so putrid and rank that it might come alive and want to eat me instead. I'm getting tired of the putrid scenarios in this madhouse. And besides that, you know that all confined space in the house have to be handled with caution. Are you sure that's the right call? Okay, just starve. Okay, if you're going to be all choosy considering the lack of choices you have, just go ahead and starve. Do it. Come on. Maybe it contains something else that might turn out to be useful. Do it. Do it. Rather not have him starve and being an ass and making him upset for real. He's just being sassy. Really thought you'd have some sense. Or sense my discomfort and suspicion. You should see how this fridge looks. Then you have... Oh, he doesn't know there's a camera in the phone taking a picture of him, so... I know that you should never judge a book by its cover. In this case, a fridge by its dingy door, but it really gives me the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies. So much that I would nearly ignore my hunger. But that's not an option anymore. Open sesame. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be like a rancid dead body just falling out. Oh no. We killed him. What? We've killed him. We killed him because the fridge, it's a metal fridge, probably in a pool of water that short-circuited and charged it. Chapter 12. Culinate. Your wish is my command, even if it means getting sent. Oh no, come on. And he's dead again. And we're back. I've literally sat through like 10 minutes of dialogue. We're going to choose find an exit because searching for food immediately goes to the kitchen. You check, or not the kitchen, but the fridge. So you check the fridge. You get zapped, you die. Even if you tell him to starve. And he's just be like, alright, your wish is my command. Dead. Check the fridge. Dead. So he's going to die. So we can't check the fridge. So we search the cupboards, which is dumb. So find an exit. You can last a little longer before eating. Direct your anxiety towards finding an exit. Now we're back down to acquaintance. Thanks for making me feel guilty about food. What a lousy shrink you'd make. As good as I was, a menace to society. Alright, then I'll focus my anxiety on something else. Getting out is my #1 priority. But eating now sure would help a lot. Thank you. Search the cabinets. Okay then, calm down. The food issue. First thing to do is check my kitchen cabinets. Or I'd do. I will do. I would do. I'm searching the cabinets instead. Zip, zilch, nada. Don't touch the fridge. Not even a box of stale Cheerios or a can of chili beans. Stale cereal is the worst. Once it loses its crunchiness, there's no coming back. I could talk about many other interesting subjects, but I won't. But first, I really need to eat. And and I think I'm starting to have hunger hallucinations because I see something really off in here. Pizza delivery number? Or food? You found a pizza delivery number? You found food? Just be sarcastic. Maybe it'll make them laugh. Gotta keep him sharp. Are you late for your comedy gig? Yes, I am. Incredibly late for the comedy gig. So I'm sitting here. I wish I could hear that glorious sound of the bell ringing as someone delivers me a hot, thin crust overloaded with cheese and pepperoni pizza. That sounds really good right now. Oh my God, just the thought of it made my stomach scream in anger. It's sitting here. Oh, the Jumanji table. Oh, no. So what's the point of this then? I got it. Very dumb. Not dumb. But it just took a while to realize that I could move the pieces. And when I could move the pieces, I just had to light them up and figure out what side they belonged to. I gotta distract myself from it. Remember that weird game I mentioned before? It's sitting here on the table, so tidy among the kitchen. Hey, it's still there? Sorry, but I guess that when your mind is busy with something else, you forget to eat. So I tried to solve the Jumanji thing, and something came out. Don't worry, nothing, no crazy hunter, just a doorknob. Weird. Piece by piece. Everything in there is delivered piece by piece, like a goddamn puzzle. What if in the end, there's a missing piece? The doorknob belongs to a door inside that kitchen. Check for door. What if in the end, there's a missing piece? I want to say this one. Don't you go all mystical on me when the only thing I can think of is donuts. You know that you only realize a piece is missing at the end of the game, right? As long as you don't see it yet, means I have some more time left. Wait, I was checking the kitchen and think I saw something. I'm gonna go take a look. BRB. Don't you... Oh, I was about to... Oh. Whoa. Fortune cookies? Just... So we finally finished chapter 12. I gotta say that I have to end this one. It's been too long. Just messing around with stuff. So I'm gonna end this one early. Yeah, we only did 2 chapters, regrettably, but it's been a very long episode. So, yeah. If you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to subscribe and send me a like down on this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, and or complaints, there is a whole section down there dedicated to that. I appreciate your time here, and I thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.